unapologetic.
I I have to get somewhere to sleep.
Sleep when you're dead. Good evening, everyone, and welcome. We're going to go ahead and start off with roll call real quick so we can dive right back into the action. Bella.
Hi.
Zealous.
Rip.
I mean, it's a fair response.
Let me go ahead and adjust the name on my little
Bravo.
Raleigh.
Yeah.
Joe.
Yeah.
Ideal.
This one's alive.
Nami.
Hey.
And Union.
I'm Union.
Hi, Helmet. So, where we last left off, the party giving chase after thwarting the attack of undead here in Grafen. Um, Followed a well-dressed individual noted by your own song sword here as a bard of lore, who is very protective of his stories, as the guild is wont to be. Um, the girls first gave chase, doubling up on their mount, and rushed to try and follow the fellow who, after a series of one-upsmanship of increasing movement speed buffs, eventually said, "Screw this," and dimension doored, and has been nowhere to be seen. The party, assuming that he was going to continue to the lake, continued their course. Arriving, immediately began to investigate, marking down tracks, checking the buildings, checking the boat. And unfortunate timing as they poked their nose into one of the buildings and found a wrapped body with less than living roses placed, or flowers, not specifically roses, placed upon it in some semblance of mourning. And that was when a loud shriek as a spectral figure made their way through the back of the building and knocking out, I believe it was Bella, Ideal, and Nami, in a single pass of this sudden necrosis that swept across their body and set them on death's door. Fast acting in reaction, the newly met cleric, Riley, has moved in to assist the party, while the mounts are now running in fright, those that remain after some fireball incidents. Bella.
Never forget.
What?
You can literally. Okay, hold up. No. This is the find familiar spell all over again. You can literally just summon him back. I don't want to hear it.
Look, how could you do that to Elkvis?
I don't want to hear it. You can.
I don't want to ever hear that name again.
You
Look,
can
you're just
literally summon him back.
because you didn't think about it first.
Anyhow, currently in the midst of combat with I believe it was Ideal that shouted out, "Hey, by the way, Banshee, watch out." I could be misremembering who actually made the call,
I
but
think it was me.
we pick up at the top of the initiative track with Union diving right back into it. The Banshee has been wounded here and there. It's not taken as much effect as one had hoped, but the building behind her, where the fight currently takes place, has been collapsed and set on fire by Joe. So
Okay.
that's going on right now. So there is a conflagration there in that the southernmost building with the little door markers.
That building.
Yep, you are up. The Banshee is adjacent to you.
Right there. Okay.
Yep.
Union is going to let out a yell and give it a good old 1-2 with the greatsword.
Okay.
Okay. Greatsword. That is probably a miss.
It slices right through as he shifts into the incorporeal. The blade just catching shy of swinging all the way around towards ideal as you twist your momentum back.
Okay, Union's gonna reset and do a lunge toward the creature. Strike at it again.
Okay. Stepping into the strike as you follow through with your momentum, you feel it's not so much contact, but sort of this slowness, almost like cutting through sludge, as your sword pushes through this ghostly figure, and punches through on the other side. She lets loose another rending howl from her throat. Correct me if your sword is not magical, correct?
No, it is just regular greatsword.
Okay, keeping that in mind. Okay.
Gonna move up there, and that'll be Union's turn.
Okay. Really, you're up. You've the shriek of this creature is mournful. It's painful. It's angry. If I recall correctly, you were one of the ones that passed the fear check. Your mule didn't, but I believe you did. Yeah, you did. Let me double check here. It was Joe that failed.
Yep.
Joe, all the mounts. I believe Ideal.
Yep.
And I think Bella as well.
I passed, if I remember. I think the only thing that hit me was the
Oh,
shriek.
it's up there. Yeah. No, that 6 was your yeah. So that was your mount. So yeah. What you got, Riley? Toll the Dead, targeting.
Dead.
Is there more than one banshee?
I mean, I wanted to make sure. You never know. You're new here. You could be like, hey,
You could pull a Leah.
yeah, exactly.
Wow.
A wisdom saving throw. What did you see, love?
Okay.
It'd be 8 plus your casting plus your proficiency.
14.
Okay. Okay, so it does do its damage, and it has been damaged before, so you do the 2d12 necrotic damage. Okay. As you toll the bell at it, it does seem to look to make motions to react as the magical energies of your divine path slams into it. It narrows its eyes at you as it doesn't seem to take any effect.
I guess I should have seen that coming.
Necrotic, yeah.
Nami, your turn is going in unison with this. Riley, is there anything else you want to do?
No.
Okay. Nami, you're up.
I'm trying to remember everything from last week. So, sorry, forgive me. I wasn't here for like 30 seconds.
It's okay.
What all has it done? It's
Okay.
screamed, right?
Since the beginning of combat, or so far in this round? So far, it has not taken a turn this round.
Since the beginning, if you don't mind.
So since the beginning of combat, it started off knocking out 2 of your allies. Bella. Oh no, knocking all 3 of you because you went down as well.
I did.
It was 3. 3 people had to make the roll. No, I think she passed it. But so I know Union and Bella went down straight to 0.
Yeah.
Party rushed, got them healed up. Battle proceeded. At this point in time, all of your mounts are running in fear. Joseph is under the frightened effect as well, you can see him kind of shivering, eyes flicking. He's not sure what he's about to do, though I still very much recall a certain image. I believe Ideal failed as well, so he's currently
Yep.
trying to backpedal away from this. The actual face of this woman has distorted aggressively, the jaw dropping to let out this wail of pain. And that's all it's done so far. It hasn't struck out in any other fashion. Just did a lot of yelling.
All right.
And I will once again remind that the building to the south is on fire. Joe, by all means, feel free to do as you do and fire it up, my dude.
Fire it up.
Our artistic firist over here.
As I do.
So Ideal's trying to backpedal, right? Is
Correct.
he?
Yeah.
How close is he?
He's right next to you.
I am literally right in front of you.
Oh, there you are. Okay. I would like to put a wall of water between um the Banshee and Ideal.
Okay.
Not on the Banshee, just between.
Okay, let's see. Let's read this out here. You create a wall of water that starts at a point you can see. So what point are you starting at?
Uh, like this, just the little square between. Can I do it on a diagonal, actually?
You're starting
Like,
there.
yeah, like a diagonal for those 3 squares. Like like that sort of diagonal.
Sure. As a rush of lake water, it starts with a slow trickle. Nami, you raise your hands up, the wall immediately separating sight and vision between you and the Banshee.
Is that the right length?
It would be up to 10 feet high and 30 feet long. Or 20 feet in diameter and 20 feet high.
I want it to be a straight line. I don't know how long the squares are.
5 feet.
All right, then we'll do the 15. I don't. Well, screw it. We'll do 20.
As Bella, Union, and Joseph, you now lose all sight of your companions.
Oh,
It doesn't say that it's not see-throughable.
The giant wall of water made of lake water.
There.
It is brackish, opaque. There's
Coward Nami. What can I say?
Yeah, slight transparency at best.
Can we still see the
The Banshee? Oh yeah.
Where's Joe?
I want to make a note. I do not want the water to be cast on her, just like between.
It's noted.
Yeah, the Banshee, right? Whoa.
Yep, that's the Banshee. Anything else, Nami? You have your bonus and your movement.
Said Ideal's pedaling back. He's not. Is he down or?
He's
Nope. I'm at full health.
Yeah, he hasn't actually done anything. He's just starting to back away, eyes wide.
Sorry, processing. I want to move. Oh, that's not what I. How do I undo?
You just go ahead and try and move. I'll sort out the dibbly doos.
Move. I move there, I can see him, correct?
Her.
Her, sorry.
Yeah, you'd barely be able to see her, but yes, that would be Bella.
I would like to kind of like wave my hand at Bella, like, come this way, come this way.
Okay.
Okay, that will be end of your turn. The Banshee is up. It will turn, arms outstretched to you, Union. Its palms turn upwards as it seems to try and cup under your chin. It has this just sorrow-filled stare as it looks at upon you. I have too many tabs open. And just as the fingertips brush against the base of your jaw, you pull your head back just in time as a surge of necrotic energy rushes down her arms and licks out at you, managing to dodge the attack.
That was lucky.
Joseph, you're up.
Okay. Well, the bonfire's not really doing anything, so correct if I'm wrong. There's nobody that is down, right?
Not at the moment.
Excellent. You know what? I'm I'm scared, right? So I can't approach her, but I can still cast spells at her. Correct? That's the way
Correct.
it works. Okay. This is probably going to turn out bad for me, but I'm going to see how she likes this. As I call down some radiant energy from the moon.
Okay.
Is
Where there
that
are wizards.
one? Nope, that's
Um, as you shaking and trembling begin to raise your hand, you're pointing up. The moon is now visible as it is starting to get into the later part of the day. You having arrived after finishing your travels. And as a streak shoots down, she floats back, just dodging out the way as a
okay.
crack smacks between Union and her.
Okay. And then I'm going to use one of my sorcery points to call it down one more time as a bonus action. Ugh.
Okay. Once again, this one she doesn't seem to manage to dodge entirely as it scrapes just shy of her. A loud, almost wind-filled hiss pours from her as she avoided the brunt of the attack.
Okay. Well, that's just to make sure. You might just be flavorful, but those are cantrips. So if she succeeded, she doesn't take half damage.
Correct.
Yeah, just making sure.
She
Um,
just barely dodged.
yeah. That's what I mean. I figured it was just flavor, but yeah, that's good for me. Because do I get a save it into turn or anything?
Yes.
Okay,
Wisdom.
and wisdom. Yep, that's what I was thinking. Ooh,
Okay.
nice.
Managed to shake your fear. seeing that she is indeed vulnerable, though fairly dodgy, and her attention is on someone else. Meanwhile, on the other side of the wall of water, you do have your movement if you have any intent.
No. I'm kind of. There's not a whole lot of movement. That's not towards her. So I'm just gonna. I want to stay where I'm at.
Alright, Ideal, you can't perfectly see her.
Do I have enough line of sight for spells? Is all.
You do not. She's
Okay,
now
Sorry.
that's fine.
It
Sorry,
works
Union.
both ways.
I am going to.
Union.
Union really appreciates that.
You're welcome. Come up here. I believe I can see Bella, right?
Correct.
I'm gonna give Bella a healing word.
Yay.
What do you say to her?
Do better.
Ouch.
Wow.
Look.
Kind of forgot the whole thing about Union being at 0 before he decided to solo the Banshee. Just looked at my hit points
Yeah.
now.
Not my fault.
I've only mentioned it how many times?
Being at 0.
Yeah, because when the fight started, him and Bella dropped straight to 0.
Yeah.
So Bella, you get 5.
Yay.
And for my action, can't see it.
You help your best buddy Union.
I can't see you.
Not my fault.
It's just water.
That I
Mark, you
can't
like
see
water.
through. That has been.
Established now 4 times.
Yep.
Yep.
I don't make crystal clear water.
I am going to hold a vicious mockery if I can see the Banshee.
Okay.
And then wisdom save.
Wisdom save. Too many tabs. I think you might just be skirting it. Alright, you're clear.
Yay. And that's me done.
Okay.
So
Bella, you're up.
I'm basically out of fuel. I could fireball again.
Let's not
I
kill our.
mean-
Let's not kill our remaining meat shield.
I know I was talking to Jared
Um,
about a replacement character, but please no.
Doesn't this... Doesn't the wall do something against fire spells, too?
It halves the damage.
So, I mean, you could.
Except what side of the fire is he on?
Oh, that's what Leah meant about custom statuses.
well,
Come on, Leah, what you doing?
I'm gonna firebolt.
Firebolt.
Oh,
Okay.
thank God.
Oh, bolt, not ball.
Yeah.
That's what I was like, well, you could.
So a lance of fire, not quite as thin as your paranoia triggers, Union, having recently seen the devastation of that thin red line, smashes into the Banshee. Another horrifying yell rips from her throat.
I'm glad. I'm back.
And then I'm gonna run over here.
Okay. At the end of your turn, you all can hear, "Damn it! Damn it! All to hell! What are you all doing here? You fools!" And you can see that well-dressed figure still running on foot, coming from
I just
the.
turned.
Found you!
Why are
How
you so
did
slow?
how did we beat you here?
He's coming from a different
Almost like he overshot.
from over here. Yeah. But he's still off the grid. You just hear him yelling. Union, you're up.
Okay. Let me look at what I can do.
Seppuku is an option.
I mean,
But haven't we lost enough characters this week?
No.
No, it's Halloween.
hmm,
I mean, fair.
I forgot it was Halloween.
It's Halloween week. Everybody dies Halloween week.
Jara agrees with that.
rip Percy. I have a mechanical question.
Ask away.
Does a creature need to see you to get opportunity attacks?
If you're referring to like invisibility,
Or like darkness?
um,
Um,
it would have disadvantage on the attack for sure. That much I can say without a doubt.
Hmm.
I actually have that up here. I'll double check it. You can make an opportunity attack when a hostile creature you can see moves out of your reach.
There you go.
Okay. The tender caress of the banshee almost hitting him makes Union realize that this is not a sound tactical position that he is in. And as such, a tactical retreat is in order. So he is going to point at the ground just beneath the banshee's feet and cast darkness. Oh dear. 60 feet. Wow. And so there's lots of darkness centered on the banshee, and then use his action to dash in the direction of Bella, because if he's close to Bella, she won't fireball him.
Okay. Darkness is 15-foot radius.
I guess is it 50 or is 15 or 60?
15. 60 would just be a
Oh,
scene.
it's the range. Gotcha. Okay,
Yes.
then I guess I don't need to dash. I'm just gonna run over to Bella. Oh God.
Well,
And so Union snuffed out the sun.
Oh right, I gotta actually give y'all vision if I do that one. Hang on. In theory, should be better.
I am blind.
1 second.
yeah.
Wrong button. Wrong button.
No, it was the right button.
But just forgot about something, I imagine.
There's certain other setup things for that particular button. Let's see here. Reveal areas. Good. Good. Okay. Next, we now hide areas. Could someone be so kind as to one person hold a 15-foot going up from her, one to the side of her?
Can't see her.
I can't see me.
Someone's able to see.
I can see
wish
the map, but I can't see me.
Yeah.
Yay, dynamic lighting.
Center? Yeah.
Then. I think that's where she's centered, right?
We'll do it here in just one moment.
Isn't she like right here?
site. Save changes. Hopefully y'all are appearing to yourselves one by one. Have site. Save changes.
Yeah, I see Union.
I see Bella.
It's me.
Yep, I am seeing now.
Okay.
At least myself.
Yeah, I can only see Nami, but I don't know if that's
Look. Dynamic lighting is a tricky thing at best.
Oh, I know I couldn't do any of this. I prop it all to you guys. I'm just giving feedback.
It's a living nightmare.
It really is! Even when it's done by other people, and you try to use it.
It lags everything to hell.
Oh,
Yeah,
right.
that's the
I
big
don't
deal right
have
now.
dynamic
it.
lighting.
I
I
tried.
don't have dark.
We'll just do it the old-fashioned way.
Just draw a big black circle where it's supposed to be.
There you go.
Nothing changed.
I see a big black box.
I also
I
do.
don't see a big black box.
Moving my fingers on the trackpad moves Union's face around all over the map willy-nilly.
You might
Yeah,
need to
you need-
refresh.
Yeah, it did that to me too.
Yeah.
Blink, blink.
It's just roll 20, roll 20.
Ah, there we go. Thank you.
Okay. And so I've moved, kept my action. And
Oh,
Union.
my wall is gone too.
No, you can still hear it.
No, because isn't it within a? Is it it's concentration, isn't it? And it's a site that I can. A place where I can.
Once you cast it, you're mentally able to contain the concentration. You don't have to
Okay.
physically keep looking at it. But
Yeah,
hey,
thank
you're
you.
gone. You're blind.
I am
stole your
blinded.
sight.
Wait, but is it? It doesn't matter if it's a sphere. I'm still there. Where's my character sheet?
As bonus action to end Union's turn, he's gonna run his palm along his left bloody palm along the greatsword, and as he does so, the edge of the blade is gonna start glowing with faint, radiant energy. I'm casting divine favor on myself.
Duly noted. Alright. Raleigh, who is also blind. Let me make sure I got the size right here real quick. Yep.
Yeah, definitely blind.
Even worse, y'all didn't. Nami didn't know he was casting it.
Oh no.
She has no fucking idea.
We're so
She's
mean
dead.
to me.
Nami thinks she's dead. She
Kind of
casts out and
does.
everything went black.
How do you think I feel? Didn't do damage to a banshee. Suddenly there's a murky wall of water, and now it's just dark.
And Nami's screaming at the top of her lungs.
Yeah, I can't hear it over the water.
I'm sure I can.
Little Nami is loud as heck.
What you got, Riley?
Nami's used to yelling underwater. I feel like her lung capacity would be insane.
Okay, ignore the
Union. Nope, that's going to be your new name.
Union nails.
Morgan. Union. Law firm of Union.
Well, I think the only plan of action is to try and see again. Which is to move where there is not a fire or water.
Earth, air.
I'm starting to think I don't have a direction to move. The elements are coming against me.
North? You this is in under 6 seconds. You still have that recollection of that way was open.
Okay, north. I don't remember what was north.
You can use your arrow keys to tap up. When I say north, I mean map north.
Oh, this is difficult. Thank you. I think that's 30 feet.
Okay. You come stumbling out of the darkness. As you can hear Nami still screaming. Anything else you would like to attempt to do?
Uh, where's the banshee?
Was that in character?
Yes.
Okay.
Point in a general direction?
I just need to check because I don't know who exploded in darkness.
You know, Nami's alive. She's
Okay.
still screaming.
Nami is up.
Yeah, no, we're screaming. We are freaked out. World has just ended. Don't know where anything is. Freaked out.
You're welcome.
Do I can hear the wall of water, right?
Yes, it'd be right in front of you.
We're gonna try to. Well, no, because we don't know why it went dark. We just know it went dark.
I love Fast Cat.
Yeah, no, we're just gonna scream. We have no idea what's going on.
Okay. Proceed to use turn to scream.
I don't know what else to do.
Comes floating out from the darkness. Actually flows through you briefly, Riley. As it does so, it'll take its chance to strike. But you manage, quickly grasping your holy symbol to avoid the unholy touch of the damned soul. Joseph, you're up.
Okay. Ow. All right. Bonus action to turn one of my second level spell slots into 2 sorcery points. And then use those 2 sorcery points to twin spell Sacred Flame Median. Wait a minute. When you twin, does it have to be 2 different targets?
Does it have to be? No.
You can.
It doesn't have to be.
I don't think it does.
No.
Anyway,
Both
yeah,
would hit.
yeah. So they both actually do 12 damage. So
12 radiant damage.
I know.
Let me double check if that is an issue.
I
Nope, just takes your damage. She is looking a little shorn from reality, though.
What is this? A
That's
I
a
boat,
believe
boat.
that's
right?
a boat.
Yep, a boat.
Okay. He will move over here behind the boat. And I think that's it.
Ooh, tactical thinking.
Yeah, that'd be great if you did that.
Things about
Union.
us. He thinks they make good mounts, and since he lost his donkey.
He's checking out the next replacement. All right,
Potential.
ideal.
Okay. I am going to try to reach out and help calm Nami down.
There's Nami, as you are screaming, a hand right on your back.
What can I do as a reaction?
More screaming.
That's it?
He hasn't triggered anything else.
Oh, true.
It's fine. It's only a spell. It'll be gone in a minute.
So like she doesn't believe him.
I am going to use my persuasion
There you
to
go.
be as persuasive as possible.
We'll burn it as a bonus action as you're quickly trying to calm her down.
Okay.
Yeah, Nami, he's. You're fairly sure you're safe. Nothing's
Ish.
stabbing you. Nothing's nipping into your neck yet.
Just stops. Oh, okay. I'm fine.
Okay. I am going to move up here as she finally stops screaming. Just look at Union for a second. And then cast Dissonant Whispers on the Banshee.
Okay, so I believe that's a wisdom save on her end.
Yes. Great damage.
Hey, she takes it.
Of course she does. Of course it's on where I get the 5 damage and not the 15.
Her attention begins to flicker back and forth throughout the living present.
By the way, she must move her speed as far away from me.
Mm-hmm. 5, 10, 20,
And that is me done.
Wow.
Ella, you're up.
I still might close my character sheet. Well, she's way over there. It's totally safe.
This is Raleigh?
Yes.
Okay.
Ah, the single target fireball. The best kind.
It's my highest damage ability.
Pep's cat. Bugger.
Okay, a dexterity save, yes, is
Yeah.
incoming. Okay. As the remnants of your fireball smash that lance through the air where she stands and explodes upon her, the embers fade and there's no sign of Banshee anywhere.
I'm amazing.
So, what? I feel like I did this last week, but I don't remember. What all do I know about what it really takes to get rid of a Banshee?
You just knew it was a Banshee.
Okay.
Union will dispel the darkness. Oh god.
It's ending again!
I plunged the world into eternal
I'm a
night.
giant!
Una snaps his fingers and the entire tri-state area gets covered in blackness.
No, I feel like that's more my dad than
Oh, your ideal stat, not
Yes.
Sarah's stat.
Yes.
Like, what have you
Wow.
told me about your father?
Plenty.
Ah.
You funny priest.
Okay. So, as the combat subsides, the adrenaline begins to fade from you. As I send the wrong thing to the GM layer.
Yeah, no GM has ever done that before.
All right, no, we're good. We're good. Everything's fine. I just like there's the scattering of horses all over the world now. The bard comes running up, and you can tell he's at the tail end of his various, probably second, third, fourth castings of his spells. Comes screeching to a halt in front of you. What in the nine hells have you done?
Well, maybe if you told us what was going on, we wouldn't have defeated the Banshee.
Union's like very pale and leaning on his sword. We have vanquished evil in Lathandar's name.
By the way, I punch Union and give him cure wounds.
As he does that, the bard looks at you and says, "You're an idiot!" And oddly enough, it's healing. That was his healing words. Not nearly as nice as before.
Look, we asked really nicely what you were doing. You ignored us. So I killed it.
Yay.
Oh, by the way, Nami lets the water go down.
You should be thanking us.
For ruining my career. Yes, I will be right on it. Long, well-worded letter of thanks. Greatly appreciate it. What wonderful adventurers you are.
That is true. Let us be off, gang.
I could
I
go
will-
find you another one.
I will go up and start poking him in the chest. If you had told us what was going
When you
on,
poke him, your hand goes through.
God damn it. If you, I still continue on with my diatribe because I'm a bard and I am okay with this. If you had told us what was going on, maybe things would be better.
I don't have time to share with the masses before they. What is? Ah!
I mean, if you would have shared with us, we maybe wouldn't have ruined your story. Obviously, whatever you did to vanish made you late.
You have a lot more time now that you don't have. Well, you said career.
What is going on here? Why is this man incorporeal?
Oh,
I
we chased
assume
him
some
down.
form of magic.
As you poked him a few times, poked at him, just out of the habitual motion. There's that familiar coldness, similar to when someone else very recently touched you.
It's a banshee, kill it.
What?
It's a werewolf.
Someone else.
When the same similar touch to the undead.
Ah.
Why can't I get rid of all that?
Question: Are we supposed to still be on the other map or the world map?
You should be on the world map.
Okay, sorry, just making sure.
Just for some
The
reason.
giant world steeds rampaging through the mountains.
Just wanted to make sure.
Let me guess.
As ideal
She,
the landscape.
I point toward the Banshee was, used to be your lover.
Where is she?
I
Are you
point to,
married?
And as he says that, a lot of his very beautiful garb and his instruments very quickly seem to tatter and wear as if decades old. And for some reason, I cannot get rid of the drawings here. Okay, but I don't see them on the other screen. I don't know what's going on. I think I may have put them on the GM layer. That's why. Hang on. Yeah, that's what happened. But yeah, so that happens.
I will point to the burning down shack.
He begins to walk, but his feet don't quite seem to touch the ground. As he gets closer, his overall um, silhouette begins to shift, darken.
Get ready for round 2, boys.
Not my fault.
She was everything. And he stops right at the edge of the burning building.
We will help you pass so you can be with her.
She is at peace now.
He jumps over there like, ah, crap, crap, crap.
Oh, that guy's in this room.
Peace. He turns, and you can see that there is missing bits of flesh now from his otherwise very handsome face. Like it's been nibbled on throughout time. What would you know of peace? You destroyed her.
We sent her to be at peace. That
You hope.
is. I stare at Navi with a not now. I have seen souls in pain. She was in pain. We helped her pass on.
She was my inspiration. And you slaughtered her.
She was already dead.
Okay. We allowed her to pass on. She did not want to remain here. Not as she
Technically, you guys
was.
don't know that.
Union is a religious zealot. He speaks.
Oh no,
with-
that was in character.
I saw the body, so I am assuming.
She's been talking about if the banshee wanted to pass or not.
She was
You
my
don't know.
everything. And you realize he's not talking at any one of you, seeming to talk past you. What she did was bring joy. You slaughtered her. Drowned her. And he fades away.
Well, that was weird.
I
Yeah.
wonder if I sing will it bring him back.
Don't. Please.
Yeah.
I would advise against.
Was his face falling off?
It looks like it.
Okay. We can go now.
Your horses, for the record, are still running, terrified.
Yeah, we should probably go get those.
Oh.
Oh right. Oh dear lord.
Would buy mecha horses. Is this what we're doing?
We are finding the horses, yes.
I mean, I was referring to everyone's token going into their photo.
It makes sense.
Union will. Look at it.
Do we see them or no?
It takes you till just about nightfall to gather horses and the remaining mule.
Safety bubble?
The
I think.
town's right there.
Yeah, let's go to the inn and then maybe bubble in the inn.
I thought it took us a few hours to get to the town.
I mean, it's still right there. You're welcome to camp outside.
Now, what do you mean by right there? Like in the distance, like an hour right there, or
Oh
like
dear God!
right?
Sorry.
This is actually important for Nami because if it is dark and it's gonna take
No,
an
the
hour,
oh dear God
Nightfall
was a
will start.
giant blurb of no point in clicking that. We know what it does.
Yes.
What if Union wants a pony or a camel?
We know what it does.
We know what Find Steed does. It finds you a steed. It is
Oh, wait.
very specific.
I don't know
Wait,
what it does.
Isn't the elk dead?
Yes, but now Elkvis version 2 is back.
It's the same elk. Just
Same elk, just like disappointingly glaring at him.
The donkey, for the record, is back in town, smoldering.
Oh,
But no, it would take about without the.
Oh, that's right. That wasn't here.
Yeah, without the magical aid that the mounts were given, to hasten your jaunt here, would take about 2 hours to get back into Groffen, the outskirts thereof, from where you're at.
Yeah, let's not travel at
Here.
night. Yeah, let's not travel at night. Play it safe.
You'll
will-
be fine.
No,
The moon will protect us.
that's not how that works.
I will start creating the.
Okay.
But-
By the time you pop out the hut, there's a mount found. Is it the elk?
Is Elkvis.
He immediately headbutts you.
Oh,
You deserve it.
Knocks him back down to 0.
yeah, he just gores Union to death with his.
No, just a
with his
headbutt.
horns. Buddy, why? It was Bella.
Just trying to show his dominance. and
Turns.
Fight
and
with
looks
him.
at Bella.
whoa! Don't go throw me under the bus.
You threw the fireball at him.
You were in the way.
No, I was existing and you threw a fireball.
I missed. It wasn't my fault.
You do believe she
You
missed. Remember, she
threw
did
the
deceive you.
fireball.
It was an accident. Don't go
Um,
making the elk hate me.
The fire brawl. Yep. Also, Union, about this time, the elk headbutts you again as you see there slinking in the shadows,
Yeah, my boy.
Enigma.
Oh, good key.
No.
What? Union is going to turn up to Elkvis. He wasn't. I'm not going to get rid of him. He's a good boy, but you're my pal.
He'd just rather you die instead because he can summon you endlessly.
Don't talk to my elk. Now, look, buddy. In the long run of things, it's better that Bella fireball you than Enigma because
He doesn't care about how you feel
he would eat. Enigma would eat Bella.
because he thinks you're useless and can't do anything to defend yourself.
Jeez.
This is getting really.
This is
personal.
all in character, by the way.
I just sit back and watch.
I need a nap.
Union's like having 2 conversations. He's like trying to talk to the elk, and Nami's just casting all this shade offside. He's just shooting her glares.
Oh, that's fine, Raleigh. It's fine. It's fine.
Mr.
Ish.
Policeman Raleigh, do not.
How is that fine?
Because it is his.
I bought it at the market for a very reasonable price.
That doesn't make
That
it
was
fine.
not a reasonable price.
The large feline is creeping closer,
Enigma.
and as the night gets further along, it's getting harder and harder to see.
Oh,
You could-
runs into the safety bubble. It's hungry. I'm out.
Enigma, there's some cooked mule, about an hour or so that way.
In
Jeez.
town.
Okay, Enigma, maybe don't go for the mule.
As soon as it's within the general light given by the moon, it just lets out this long, fang-filled yawn and lays crossing its paws and settles down, just staring into the bubble at the ladies.
He's a ladies' man. What can I say? Good.
And also ideal. He can't leave the bubble.
Just tired. I used every spell slot. I'm out of juice. I'm just. Bleh.
I still got
But
second and thirds.
I do too, but I don't use those. So.
You used all your thirds.
Oh, I meant first and seconds.
Did you set the bubble up right there on the lakeside, by the way?
I did try to find a decent spot for it.
But,
Like, out of the way
but
of the people who.
by the lake, yes or no?
Not
Probably
on the
about-
basis of it being like close.
Probably like 30 feet from lake.
Okay.
Great. Now the Kraken's gonna get us.
No, it can't break through the bubble unless it has spell magic.
The Kraken of Dispel Magic is going to get it.
Look, he was a very hard student. The Kraken's a level 20 wizard.
The real reason the Maelstrom's so dangerous. Not because it's the Kraken, but because he has level 20 wizard spells.
Jesus.
He's a hard student. Alright, Union's gonna pat the elk and make him a promise of all the apples when he gets some apples, and then go into the bubble.
The elk marches up in front of Enigma, and they just start having this little stare off for the rest of the night.
Union keeps an eye on the two of them. Like a teenager babysitting like 8-year-olds. And one of those 8-year-olds has a machete.
That's an analogy! Alright. Joe, I assume you're going to attempt to stay awake. Is anyone else attempting to do similar?
Not this time.
Okay.
No.
So, Joe, as the one waking individual, if I could get a perception check from you, as the hours of the
Sure.
night pass through, and follow your perception check with your "Am I still awake?" check.
Yeah. Come on, work with me here. There we go. Control X. Perception check, you say?
Yes, sir.
Perception.
You're about as good at that as Boblin.
I'm not perceptive.
We're working on it. Okay.
And sure, you've been waiting for this as well.
Okay.
I'll take it. Uh,
Whatever that was, it didn't do anything. But the hours wind away, and soon the sun comes too. The mounts are still hitched. Enigma and the elk are still giving each other a stare down, though clearly just waking up and kind of starting it back up.
Well, Union's gonna look around. I suggest we head back to town. I still have a rendezvous to keep.
How late are you for that rendezvous?
The note did not specify a date. I need to speak with the butcher. So I suggest we go to town, find suitable accommodations, and then I will ask around until I find this butcher and, well, see what happens from there. Uh, Eden's gonna turn and sort of look at Raleigh and said, uh, friend, you will be accompanying us? You have business, or?
Can we no longer?
Oh, glad, glad to have you, and God bless you. Um, do you have a horse?
No, but I have Donathan.
Well, I have Elvis, and that's Enigma. Who is Donovan?
My traveling companion.
Uh, Union sort of glance around. What type of companion would he be?
As you were glancing around, there's a mule that was not any of y'all's mules. And you did see
Oh,
Raleigh walking with said mule when you met
I totally
met
forgot
them.
he had a mule. Ah, of course. Just, hardy creatures there, as Joseph kind of asked. Not so hardy as to withstand a fireball, but, these things happen.
The elk head immediately flicks back to Bella.
Union looks at Bella, too. Both elks, like, yeah.
Wait, what?
You're getting elk glares.
What'd I
Yes.
do?
It just paws its hoof.
I didn't even do anything. I'm being framed.
Well, if we are all of accord, shall we head back to Grafen?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yep.
Nami, do you still intend to ride Zealous' old beast? Or is that back at Grafen?
No, it's here.
They bring the...
You
I
ro-
thought...
Yeah.
you wrote it here.
Oh, I did, yes. That's right.
But
Because
oh wait,
something
no, yeah,
happened.
that happened. Forget about
Because
that.
something happened to my elk.
I'll try to. Yeah, I'll write it.
But the bubble fades. Breakfast is enjoyed as best it can be managed.
Ewan gives Enigma some of the meat rations just because he's a good kitty.
He doesn't eat it.
That probably isn't a good sign, but okay.
Sniffs at it, bats it
That's
away.
probably not a good sign. I like that.
Snacking on some villagers. He's all full.
And
Wait, do I have to go get fish for him?
Well, the lake is right there.
I'll do that.
okay. Give me a survival check as you dive into the waters to look for your fish.
Survival. Character sheet work. Did it work?
Mm, Gonna go ahead and say no.
No, it did not.
No.
I sent it to GM, not to all.
Gonna go ahead and say no.
Roll it again.
There it goes. Okay.
Of course it does that this time.
Of course.
Freaking got an 18 and now it's a 4.
So, you slip into the water and you're swimming for quite some time as it's a little more relaxing. It's been a while since you got to spread your fins, so to speak. And truly, like the river, it was nice, but it was still pretty claustrophobic from what you're used to. And this is still, it's not perfect, but it's a little closer to home. And you find yourself going all the way towards the bottom of the lake, seeing no immediate worthwhile for your purposes life. A couple minnows here and there, but you know better. Getting to the bottom, the first thing you see are several busted up, what looks to be small fishing ships. Nothing too massive, no like flotillas or anything of that nature. But here you see that there is quite a bit of vibrancy of life here at the bottom of the lake. You now swam down about 40 feet. Up top, she's gone for the better part of about 30 or 40 minutes.
Oh, you know she's exploring that whole place, right? Like sidetracked, exploring like, ooh.
Give me an investigation.
So, Rolly, where'd you meet Donovan?
Raleigh, that was directed at you.
What?
Union would be like making small talk as they wait for Nami. So he asks where Raleigh met Donovan.
Oh, shoot. He's been with me for a long time. Can't really remember.
That's nice.
We've been to all sorts of places.
Yeah, just more general, like small talk as they wait for Nami to come back.
Like I said, it's been 30 minutes since she went down.
This
Do you
might
think
be.
she drowned?
I was just thinking the same thing, but I didn't want to say it in case I would be insensitive.
What do I know about Tritons as a whole? Like, can they drown?
Nature check?
I'm just giving my intelligence because it's the same thing for everything minus religion.
Remember Jack of all trade?
Yeah, so that's why it's a +2 and not a +1.
It's a pretty rude idea. It's like asking if you, me, or Bella can burn.
You think she could breathe water?
I think she's fine.
Maybe I'm a saltwater fish though, not a freshwater.
Meh.
Luckily, magic gills don't give a fuck. I am more than willing to make it give a fuck and have you choking right now.
No.
Okay.
It was just a funny joke.
And then you suddenly see bloop 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 her body belly up.
Huh.
Ah, well.
And it's just that.
She's been pretty
Fact.
salty so far. At this point, even Enigma's starting to pace because he heard the promise of fish. He's starting to pace the edge of the lake.
Do I have to roll for that question mark?
I'm typing as quickly as I can.
Sorry, I was making sure because it didn't work before, so I was making sure it worked this time.
It's a really big horse.
Yeah, the rider of this horse was also very, very big.
What was he? Goliath?
He was. Do we know? Like,
It would have come up in conversation once or twice, particularly between probably Union and Zealous as over drinks at the Brawlers Guild, for example.
he was called a Warforged. He was. Well, he was a large man made of entirely of metal.
Made of metal.
Incredibly so. He was bigger than a Goliath and stronger than an ox.
Sounds like a golem to me.
And
Yeah, but
don't let
he
him hear
had.
you say that.
I just stare at Union like the what? He had more soul to him than a golem.
I'm pretty sure I saw him punch a wall and bleed.
He lost that fight with the wall.
We don't talk about that one.
Well,
We yeah.
Never heard of a golem with a soul.
He truly was something.
he was. Well,
Just kind of drawing the dirt with the dagger.
perhaps not one of a kind, but damn near it.
What is everyone else doing while the Joe, for example? What are you up to while the banter goes about?
Well, after the wonderful night that I just had, I'm feeling quite peppy. So I'm I, I'm going to prepare the morning campfire and get everything up and ready for everybody because I'm unlike most days, I'm feeling very energetic today. Kind of running on euphoria
Oh no, Bella.
for one, too.
Yes.
Oh no.
That's just her getting. That's just her gaining 2 charges.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah, it didn't turn to dust, thankfully.
Okay.
Um. Oh, also, I will go through some forums, trying to get more used to the shorts, working with the short sword and scimitar.
Okay. As you're going through, you hear a break in the waves, and you can see the vibrant hair of Nami as she pulls herself up and out onto the shore. And they immediately pawing towards her.
Enigma, hold on. Union would be rewrapping the bandages around his left hand, the cut from yesterday, still looking very raw.
Just to look at it more.
Okay. Are you doing that when you've gotten on shore?
Yes.
Okay. So as a party, you can those who are making any awareness towards her, she is looking at something in her hand at the moment.
I hope that's a fish.
What you got there, Nami?
Oh, you remember that As she's sort of flipping a little locket back and forth in her hand. That strange guy that kind of phased away with the rotting face,
Yeah.
he's at the bottom of the lake in a body bag.
Hmm.
How? Well,
How did I find him? I looked and
I
saw
was
a
wondering how he died. Whether he drowned or was murdered and thrown in.
considering the bag was filled with rocks, I would assume he drowned. But I honestly wasn't looking for that. I found this though. And she shows Ideal the locket.
Detect magic.
As you use the instant cast version.
Oh yes.
Okay, your eyes
I did not
adjust
mean
very
to.
quickly, and there is a faint magical aura about it. Looks to be some form of transmutation.
Mind if I have a look at that?
No, it's just a locket. Look, it's really pretty and
It's magical.
well, yeah, it would have been rusted and tarnished if it wasn't.
Well, I'll give it back. I just want to see what it does.
No. It's a picture holder. That's what a locket does.
I want to see what the magic on it is.
Obviously, it's keeping it from rusting and tarnishing since it's in near perfect condition.
All magic items tend to have that ability. It's more. I just want to make sure that it's not also cursed.
Persuasion. She doesn't want to. She really doesn't want to. What do I roll to?
I mean, if you're just trying to resist the urge, wisdom save. He did promise he'd give it back.
Hesitantly hands it over.
I will
And
pull
that
out.
is when your attention is drawn to Enigma, who has crept up right next to you and is sniffing.
I will take the pearl out and start casting Identify as a ritual. Don't want to burn 2 spells right away.
Oh shit.
Might want to go back in the water. I'll be done with this
Yeah,
by the
I'll be
time you
right
get
back.
back.
I'll be right back. Enigma, I didn't find anything because I want to find the perfect fish for you. I didn't want to give you minnows. I will be right back. This time I'm going to try to corral larger fish into an area with like, hey, there's really great food over here for you fish.
But before she goes back in, I give her. I wish you luck and give her a bardic inspiration because I don't need to see that.
Enigma just licking his chops. All right, give me another survival. Do keep in mind you have a bardic inspiration.
What does that do?
It gives you a D8 you can roll.
Yeah, you can
don't
add
have
another
to.
D8.
For the next
Yeah.
10 minutes,
I
you
want
can.
to.
Okay, so roll your survival first. Okay. So a 19.
Why is the D8 not rolling?
It did.
Oh, it did. I'm sorry.
I'm not sure why you're rolling over the GM.
I don't know it. Oh, how do I not roll it to you?
I don't know. I don't know where,
It
where
did.
you flagged.
I don't
Anyhow, but that brings it up to a 24. You managed to find this large group. It's not for a school, but it's about 4 or 5 fairly large lake trout that you managed to corral together and entice closer to the shore in time for you to catch them. And upon your return, Enigma appears to be pleased.
obviously places him on a rock, not next to Enigma, and backs away quickly. Back to Ideal. Are you done yet? I kind of want that back.
Am I done yet?
Just about now, which would be about the time that all of the camp is fully broken down. the enchantment is actually very familiar to you, Ideal. As
Oh,
you look down at your own amulet.
oh, you're gonna like this, Nami.
I already like it.
You're gonna like it even better.
Can I have
I
it
give it back. This will protect you from any and all divination magic, which
Like if
can be
God
used.
comes down and smacks me in the face?
No, if somebody tries to find you, read your mind.
Oh, I like this.
Hey, Nami, do you want to sell it?
Do I what?
Do you want to sell it? I'll buy it.
No! How much we talking here?
I have a gym that I think is worth what, 1,200?
No.
And then an extra 400 on top of that.
Not worth my time.
I also have a used dagger.
Oh, I am so excited about that.
Oh, good. It's a deal then.
You would be able to inform her that does require attunement.
Yeah, you'll need to spend some time getting used to it and aligning its magic with you.
Just awkward look at Ideal. Nami knows nothing except she can do a few water tricks.
Just hold it, keep it on your perch, and just kind of let it, kind of spend some time with it. It'll connect with you in about an hour.
Okay. She clip it on like around the has a chain, right?
It is a chain, yes. It's a little
Right.
loose for you, as it was clearly meant for a
Is it
man.
above or below the giant tooth necklace?
It probably hovered just below it.
Awesome.
But you have not attuned to it yet. What is the party going to do?
Head into Groffin?
Okay.
Yeah.
So scouting about your mounts and traveling at the pace of your slowest, which is currently the mule, Donovan. You make your way
Isn't
into.
Joe on foot?
No one's gonna let Joe double up. Rude.
I will let Joe double up as I did yesterday.
This mule's not for riding.
So even then, you still have to travel at the pace of the mule. Actually, no, because that would mean that we're traveling at your pace, so even slower. So it takes a total of 2.5 hours. So it's still fairly early in the morning, going on about 11 o'clock by the time you get into Groffen. For the most part, the town itself seems to be just getting up and going as far as the inner workings, individuals going through, cleaning out buildings. A woman comes running up to the party, familiar to you, Ideal, the woman that you had healed. And she just big ol' bear hug tackles you with a thank you so much,
Oh!
thank you so much, thank you.
Not a problem.
And then her eyes looked from one devil to two devils to three devils, including the one she's hugging, and just and runs.
I mean, I've had worse
Guys.
experiences with women. I just shrug as I stand up and dust
You need
myself
to
up.
raise an eyebrow.
But trotting your way through until you get back to where you had met with Riley and had your encounter before, you can see that they have cleared up the body of the mule, as well as the other bodies of the villagers and the slain ghouls. There you can see the young boy who was about to tend to your mounts. He's out front currently brushing down a few riding horses that have been tacked up. No one, other than the woman initially, no one seems to pay you any immediate mind.
I suggest we head to the inn.
Yeah, let's try this again.
The young boy waves at you.
Wave back.
Hello again.
Hi.
Thought you ran out of town. Mister. Why is he glowing?
He does
He-
that.
Yeah.
They took your mount, meat, companion. They took the burnt mule to the back. I don't know if there's something you want it done with it, but I was told to, if I see you, to let you know. Ezrin's inside. I told him you had been looking for a room.
Boy, is there, where's the butcher?
He blinks a few times. You may want to ask Ezra. I don't really leave the inn very much.
Very
But
well.
I think it's that way. I just, I don't want to send you the wrong way, sir. I'd really not want to get smacked. And he's looking at your hands that are wrapped up like a pugilist's.
Union Glenstone, don't worry, child. I appreciate your aid.
Yeah. You need your mounts tended. It's 2 copper. Clean the
I
hooves
pay.
out.
I give him. How many months do we have? Right now.
Right now, you have a total of 4. 5
I'll
including
pay
the
him I give him a silver.
Thank you, sir. I'll get right on it. Thank you. He helps that you all tie off, and goes about his work.
Alright, so they believe the party will head inside the inn.
Yep.
Yeah.
Stepping into the inn, which again, there does not appear to be any named plaque or anything of that sort, just the wooden bed sign swinging in the early morning breeze. Stepping inside, it's not so much run down, but it definitely has not seen as much use as it probably was intended to. There are a claustrophobic amount of tables scattered throughout the effective common room. An attempt to try and fit as many people in here for meals and such as possible. Ideal that one of the first things that you note is the almost standard now, slightly raised stage, all the way tucked in the corner, empty and bereft of entertainment this morning. There's a handful of patrons, most of which appear to be either too young or too old to really do any of the heavy workload that is expected here in this village. Most notably, there's a fellow who is missing his arm from elbow down on one side, and then missing his entire other arm altogether. Who has a young lass very carefully feeding him and giving him his drink. Behind the wooden counter is a poorly dressed individual. It's very, very simple grays and browns, with a tangle for hair and heavy bags under the eyes. He greets you with a very slow but affectionate good morning. It's so very good to see new faces. and you can see there's a shock of white now from a scar running from his left eyebrow up and across his head.
I will say, good morning. I see you don't have any entertainers.
That's correct. Yes, it's
Union is just sort of staring a little bit open mouthed.
If you would like, in return for
going to need you to talk just a little slower, sir. I'm afraid it takes me a moment to read your lips.
I bow and say, of course.
Appreciated.
I, as you can see, I am a bard, and in return for some lodging for myself and my party, I would like to offer my services as a performer.
Think for a moment. Looking the party over. How long do you require lodging?
I looked at the party. How long do we require lodging?
I don't know, a week?
A week.
I do not know. I need to meet my rendezvous, and then we can go from there.
Let's go for 3 days to start.
That yes.
I turn back around.
Okay.
About 3 days.
So it's counting on his fingers. His fingers move in that same slow, like he's clearly having to think about each motion. Mm, 3 days would come out to 9 gold before including food. We'll say a solid 10 gold for food and lodging. We'll waive the gold for trade of entertainment, and you can keep 90% of any tips that you make. I will, of course, need your signature and your official mark of your school, please, and thank you. And he pulls a book out and very less than solemnly just kind of drops it on because it appears that he's aware that it's much faster for gravity to put that thing down than for him to.
Okay, so I will just take. Is it a contract or just the book?
It is a full book where you can see that there is a ledger specifically for renting the room, how many rooms that you want. Um, I've got 3 rooms that I can spare for you at the moment. You can sort amongst yourselves who goes where. But for the price, that is would be much higher if you were each to get individual rooms. I can make that happen, but that's the best price point from what I see you're trying to achieve.
I think 3 rooms is plenty.
And then while you're filling that out, he pulls out a smaller ledger style.
I do show him my uh, singing sword sigil.
Okay. And there's a actual like signed on as an entertainer because he needs to keep it for his records. And that's where you actually put your mark, your guild's mark. Whether you what times you intend to try and fill in. At the moment, the entire calendar for the next 3 days is wide open. So
I will probably do mornings because we tend to get busy in the afternoons and evenings.
Well, any hours is more than welcome to be taken by you, sir, as I'm sure you are well aware. Um, though fear to tell you, our crowds are ever so enthusiastic here in the early mornings. He gestures to like 4 guys. But by all means, please take the stage whenever you are ready. Enjoy your stay. I will have your keys and meals prepared shortly.
So it's 9 gold altogether for
9 gold
3 days,
for
or
all together. If that's
okay,
basically by signing up to perform, you've knocked off the cost of food.
okay, and I will give him the 9 gold.
Okay.
Then I will take my stage with my lute and begin to perform. So I figured
Before
nobody wants the bagpipes yet.
before Ideal begins that, Union's gonna go over and over to the barkeep and say, "Excuse me, uh, where is the town butcher? Do you know where he lives?"
Oh, I appreciate you talking slow for my convenience.
Of course.
The butcher can be found 4 buildings to the west from here. He is only open from 9 in the morning to 11 in the morning, and then opens up again about 4 in the afternoon after he's handled some business assisting the farmers out in the fields.
Perfect. Thank you. And
Uh,
Union is
if
out
it's
the door.
meat that you. It's already after 11.
Union doesn't really care.
Okay. It's just like, I was still talking. Your friend is
Nami
very rude.
Nami will stay back and I'm sorry about him. What was it you were going to say?
If you're looking for any of his meat wares, which they are the finest in the region, very well made cuts, you can find them at the general goods store where they are preserved and shipped about all the Ochibachia. In fact, tonight's meal would be featuring his beef cuts.
I'm rather excited about that. I'll catch up to him and let him know. Thank you again.
Thank you very much, wet lady.
I assume you want a performance from me, Mutt.
Yes.
Okay, I'll take that.
Yeah, it's been a while. Knock the dust off for a little bit, and the only one
I'm
that
not.
the only one that really seems to enjoy is the one fella who can't clap.
Of course.
Oh,
But he does give you a smile. Um, by the end of your morning performance, going into the afternoon, the small girl that was helping him walks over and drops 3 silver into your tip jar.
Okay. I will give. So I get 90% of the tips.
Correct.
So I will go up and pay 3 copper.
Hey, he'll take it.
Yeah.
Well, good doing business with you. I look forward to another rousing performance. Um, by this time, he has already provided the keys to be dispersed amongst your party for the 3 rooms. And another young lad, slightly younger than the one outside. Ben, please fetch these fine folks a bit of the fish stew for their lunch. And a table is laid out for those currently present with fish stew.
Yay.
how good does that smell?
You're gone.
How good does that smell?
Um, it smells as great as one who can't do anything but be methodical in every one of their actions would produce. It
I
is
don't know if that's amazing or.
Oh.
that means every little detail was seen to.
Oh, great.
It is delicious.
Nami is gonna be so upset.
That means when it comes to the roast, it's gonna be amazing.
Every little detail. Meanwhile, Nami and Union, she catches up to you after a while as you beat feet out the door. Um, do you enlighten him, Nami, at all?
Yes, I do.
What do you say to him as you catch up?
You know, Union, apparently this butcher is like top quality butcher. And we're gonna have some of his wares tonight at the inn. You should definitely stay and try it out.
Union turns to Nami, his voice having. It's a weird sort of mix of like anxious and dead serious. And says, if he's associated with the band, I would not eat a single cut. It might not be beef.
I mean,
Wow.
meat is meat, and if it tastes that good, I don't really care where it came from.
Union raises an eyebrow and just Lathandar preserve me, and keeps.
I'm joking, Union. My God.
Union's like making the sign of the cross, like
Sign of the sun.
yeah,
You
which
need
is
to
like a
relax.
I can relax when my sins are atoned for. He glances down at his hand, which is kind of bled through the bandage.
At the end of that conversation, you have arrived at the building described. Um, there, the door is shut and shuttered, are the windows.
Well, how late in the day is it?
At this point, it'd be going on about 11:30 in the morning.
I don't intend to wait here.
Then why did you leave when you knew they wouldn't be here? Just trying to help.
Band is something I thought was left in my past. If I can find it here, if I can find answers, I'm not going to sit around and listen to Ideal sing about his daddy issues.
If it was left in your
That
past, why don't you leave it in your past? You're the one who's choosing to look forward at it right now. You're the one choosing to seek them out.
Because of what that man said, if Orson is still alive,
He's no longer your problem. Union.
will
He's not your issue. It doesn't matter.
you do not understand.
There's a soft cough from around the side. Running a little late, I see, and dragging around some baggage.
Just slight glare at that.
We were delayed. Union replies, there was an incident with the Banshee. We defeated it, though.
Hmm.
Obviously.
So you fought her too, huh? Come on, back door's open.
Alright. Is she allowed? Come.
Up to you who you drag into this mess.
Union turns to Nami and just raises an eyebrow.
I'm already fucked in a couple more weeks. Why not?
Very well. Thandar watch over us, and Union will follow the figure.
As you break around the corner, there's no one to be seen.
Did you hear that too.
Make your way all around. Sure enough, the back door is wide open.
Back door. Let's go.
Me first. I'm a bit bigger than you.
Ladies first.
I
As
mean,
she just lets Union go first.
heavy, heavy sigh.
I ain't
And
got
then
time for children.
not me. You're embarrassing me in front of my band friends.
Please tell me that was in character. Please.
The door just slammed shut.
Fireball out of the sky. Let's end our smites union for that. No, that was not a character. Union will walk inside the empty house, or presumably not empty house.
Stepping inside, the first thing that catches you is a scent of blood. You're familiar that this is definitely animal. You're in a butcher's shop after all.
Makes sense.
And here, as you're stepping in the back, you see a series of tables that are mostly cleaned. Clearly, there's been some very recent work done, as he does open up in the morning. But another door about 20 feet away sits ajar, and you could hear hushed conversation on the other side.
Okay.
No, I'm just
Sorry.
gonna try to focus on listening to that.
Do I? So is it just us? Do I see the person that spoke to
You
us
see
outside?
no one yet, but you hear voice 20 feet away, door on the other side, people. At which point, as you kind of cautiously make your way into the rooms, come on now, we ain't got all month.
This is it, Nami. And
Oh,
Union's
just
gonna
walk.
You sure?
another sigh.
You sure about this one? Skittish as all hell. Bet you I'd tell Orson was behind him, he'd shit his pants.
I will not so easily invoke that name.
Oh, you're gonna be hearing it a lot as you step in the room and you see there's 4 individuals that are leaned over a table with a series of maps and papers scattered about, pinned down by various weights. One, of course, very dramatically stabbed through with a dagger, because
Why would you do that?
obligatory.
That presumably it's hard to make that map. Why would you go and stab it?
Aesthetics.
So what do the 4 inhabitants look like? Are they human? Are they old? Are they men?
They are
Women? What?
they are cloaked, hoods up. Um, but you can tell by the gait and the figure, the one individual, the limping man that you had made acquaintance with back in Enslin. Um, it's in the middle of pacing back and forth on the long side of the table. Well, good to see you, in our own way.
Union will give a small sort of, the nod in his direction.
And your baggage. The gambler,
Well,
was it?
I
Guilty as charged.
Oh, you don't want these charges. Alright. Is she with you, or is she just here for her own lark of fun?
Union turns and just sort of looks at Nami. Well, if you
I
would
don't
be
think this is
involved,
a game.
Good. Get over here. He gestures to the maps.
Union and presumably Nami walk over to the map.
Yep.
Nami, it's actually a little hard for you to see. Is the table is set up to be worked on from almost chest high.
Is there a box around?
The other shorter individual kind of sits over on the edge and goes, psst, "Hey, psst, over here," and helps you up on their little soapbox. There you see a regional map. it's actually slightly more zoomed in than the one you see here. That seems to be focused on Rentorf, just to the northeast of your current location. I'll go ahead and ping it for those who are not wanting to zoom in. While it has not exactly spread like we were fearing, the infestation has definitely taken Rentorf.
What infestation?
Well, when you make deals with certain beings, they like to use their own people to fill your ranks. Orson's not exactly mercenary anymore.
What of whom does he serve now? Still Baal?
That'd be easy. I don't know who's pulling the strings. I don't know who's directly feeding him supplies. All I know is Rentorf has fallen, and it's the center of it. He takes Rentorf, he'll soon probably make his way towards taking many of the dock settlements, the fisheries. Shipments are starting to disappear along the way. Even here towards Groffen, I was hoping to catch his force. Yeah, you were hoping like an idiot. He just like open his mouth opening and closing, not really able to respond. That was the short one up there on the box with Nami. Look, last time I saw his forces. Hi, by the way, Marcella. Pleasure to make your acquaintance. Hope to be killing you soon.
Who was that directed towards?
Both of you.
Hi, nice to meet you. I'll see who beats you. Someone may beat you to it.
Oh,
I'm Union.
that would be a shame. And she actually looks very sad at the thought of it. Now you get a soft flicker of the candlelight on her face. She does appear to be human, with a series of intricate tattoos woven about, following her jawline, around her eyes. Each look to be like some kind of little skull or some body part. Anyhow, as I was well paid to scout for our friend here, Orson, unfortunately, as I warned you, wasn't coming to Groffen, because why would he? This place is a dump. His numbers are somewhere in the 2 to 300 range, his current force. Of living, I should note. I didn't bother trying to count the undead. They kept going underground and dying and undying, and I will say he has at least 3 necromancers with him. I mean, had you just, and she's now staring at, if you can't tell, I've kind of forgotten the journalist's name. I know I gave it to you, but she's staring at, we'll call him Limpy for now.
Yeah.
Staring dead at him is like, had you just paid my asking fee, he would be a corpse. This wouldn't be a problem. A corpse is a problem. Anyhow, we're running the man around in circles. Let's fill him in properly. Thanks. I'm just saying, just quick little slash across the throat. Maybe some poison in his wine.
Nami consoles her.
Fine. The other 3 figures have not said a word. The band, I'll say it fell apart somewhere. Desert South. They didn't say what battle it was, but some Tuck or other hired them on, and, well, it was a massacre. both ways,
So,
as I'm sure if you're familiar with the prowess of Orson and his boys.
such is the life of a mercenary.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, the massacre is still going. We're not sure what deal was made, but it seems every one of Orson's that falls, they get back up and keep on fighting. Thought it was just because these necromancers. It wasn't a thing in my time. I got out. I got out when it meant something.
Union stays silent at that.
But I thought it was just because of them. Mari here. Marcella. Mari. Insists that the necromancers have not so much as cast a single spell in the week that she observed them. So they are not the ones controlling the undead. Presume some artifact or such. Our little group here, mercenaries in our own rights, we're looking to bolster our numbers, break in, find the artifact, destroy it, and
How
eliminate an undead horde.
how many men do you have?
Just said this little group.
Not a man. There,
Is this
one of the larger figures just coughs in amusement. As of right now, just the five of us. 6 with you, 7 with your baggage.
I Union looks around at all of them. I commend you all for being here. I recognize the threat that Orson and what you are describing poses, and I would gladly ride for him this day by myself. But 5 men cannot beat an army, and
Correction,
five
Union. 5 men can.
Not a man.
Five, five,
people.
4 men and a woman. 2 women. Well, hold on. I can't count today.
He's just
A small group can defeat a large army, especially with the way they're doing it.
Two or 300 of Orson's trained cutthroats, and how many undead? We cannot form up for battle, and I am not some scout.
You
You
don't.
cannot expect us to sneak through.
Why not?
well, I mean, uh, easy now, children. You want more trouble than you're worth. The hope was to try and recruit more, but unfortunately, whatever messages are going in and out of Rentorf at the moment are being waylaid and replaced. It's being told as everything is fine, everything is dandy. An A royal host will be marching there shortly. Well and ill prepared, even more so than our small band.
It will be a massacre.
He does seem to like those, now doesn't he? This Orson of yours.
Every man that falls there will join his ranks.
Unless you get rid of said artifact.
I mean, if you have more accomplices hiding in the woodworks,
I traveled with a group, but what you describe is suicide. I cannot. They are they are capable, but they do not sign up for this. They do not bear the scars that we
2,000
do.
gold to each member signed on. Paid up front.
Glaring at Union.
I know how mercenaries work. Adventurers ain't much different. We'll be here all day.
I can, I, we can come and discuss and return to you.
We leave in the next night.
Okay. We will. I will be back. Alone. if need be. I always knew my path would lead me back to Orson. Well,
Oh.
once he is dead, perhaps I finally put down my sword.
Yeah, because there wouldn't be another bastard to replace him. Go on now. I got more preparations to do, and I can't babysit all day. One of you is bad enough. He glares at Marcella. Just sticks her tongue back out at him.
We'll be back. I
Take
will.
care. Kill you later.
Good luck. Nami
Fine.
ponders for a moment. If Marcella kills her, does she win the bet still?
You're fairly sure that'd be a no. Meanwhile, back at the end, fish stew is delicious. Fresh bread is provided. He admits he didn't. He personally didn't make it. The city baker did.
Yay, tasty food.
Yum.
It's about 40 minutes before Nami and Union return. Noted, Joe. The overall crowd has not changed, other than it's now just the gentleman with his amputated arms, the young girl attending to him, that have remained. The rest have left for whatever small work they're able to do. You have the common room, clumped up tables as it is, to yourselves.
You guys missed Ideal's performance. It's pretty good.
I'm glad to hear that.
Glad that it was good or that you missed it.
That he performed well.
Oh, okay, good.
So, who wants 2,000 gold?
Wait, what?
I want 2,000 gold.
Yeah, me too.
Glancing at Union. Go on, tell them. Go ahead, do it.
That was bad timing, Union.
Union just backs out and leaves.
All right, Union. We'll pause. Insert the intermission music.
Do, 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 do. Out of character question.
Mm-hmm.
Would Ideal be able to sort of, I don't know if it'd be teach or help Nami with singing, and would that like up her performance, or is that like a thing?
If you already trained in performance?
No.
Okay, so during enough downtime, you would, in theory, be able to train performance. Typically, most tables don't do it because, oh no, so many skill proficiencies. But if you invest in the amount of time to train, you're then we'll have to keep in mind that you're taking away his ability to train.
That's a good point.
But he would, in theory, he is the better performer at the moment.
Yep.
And
Probably
I-
the best performer of the group.
See, Nami just likes to sing.
I'll have you know.
Do you have a plus 10?
I don't have a plus anything. I'm not even trained.
So, well, you got your charisma.
Yeah, got a plus 4. I'm really good at lying though. Wow.
I don't even know, like, Nami's good at picking locks, going invisible, stealing things, and looking at them.
Okay.
Almost like you're a rogue.
Yeah, so, welcome back, Union.
Okay. So Union would then begin to fill in party on the details of what he was told, finishing with, and should we join on to their little band. They have promised us 2,000 gold each.
Up front.
Yeah, that's an important distinction.
Yes. Now,
That's a lot of money.
Yes, it is.
I need to be honest with you. I cannot overstate the danger that Orson and his men possess. Each one of them will be a hardened, trained killer, and Orson himself is a horrific, deadly fighter. I it I will do this because it is what I feel I must, but I cannot ask any of you to join me in what very well could be a suicide mission. You are free to do
Union?
so if you wish, but I cannot in good conscience advise it.
I mean, I'm gonna
Union?
die soon anyways, so.
You know who my dad is. I think will probably be okay.
Not know Orson ideal. Not
I'm
know
in.
the band. Leah. Bella.
Terrifying. Tiefling father? I don't know what that's called. Is that a devil? Is that what
That's a devil.
So
Even the old
terrifying
lady says it's a good idea.
devil, Orson, devil, Orson, vampire. Why not add something else to it?
Yeah, I'm in. Even the old lady says it's a good idea, and if she agrees with me. Wait a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Who's the old lady?
Oh, the old lady in my head.
Yeah, sure. Her life's complicated.
So is yours and all of y'all's.
Yeah.
And
I
then
know.
there's Joe.
Out of character, I know has stuff.
But none of his stuff has afflicted the party whatsoever.
Yeah.
Yet.
I just have a gambling addiction, okay?
Raleigh, you hardly know us. I cannot ask you to put your life in this. Now, don't play my toes, you fucking cat.
I just imagine Enigma sitting there nibbling
No,
on Union's
It's
toe.
it's a tavern cat. It's the friendly, like, this cat is like, how did this cat manage to live to be this old? Tavern cat. It's blind in one eye, and it's just
Oh.
trying to, like, be all cuddly up to Union while he's all in his, like, depressed aura mode, and it's just a cute little kitty, just like, no, cheer up, we fine.
Yeah, no, I'll yeah, why not? It sounds fun, and my travel buddy will probably go. So.
Yeah, I will have to talk it over with, Tavern Keeper. Be like, hey, um, plans changed. I will pay. So,
Joseph, do you intend to accompany this madness?
What madness?
right, Skorgan wasn't here.
He looks up from his cup, seeming to zone back into the world around him.
I take it as a yes.
You did mention
You'll
Done.
take it as me wanting more information.
Union just sort of stares in the 45-minute talk he just gave. Yes.
Okay.
I mean, if you want, just give me the cliff notes.
2,000 gold up front, horde of undead, of innumerable sizes. Gotta find an artifact, destroy it, save the world.
Yeah, you had me at 2,000 gold.
Elbows Union hard. See, told you.
Fucking adventurers.
Union just sort of stares, but your honor and duty. No, it's all about the gold.
Yeah.
To be fair,
Redemption and honor and his dead brother. And she's like, yeah, we just want to get paid.
that's pretty much how all of us got signed on. Just, that's a lot of gold.
I mean, if you get enough gold, you can buy
Buy a brother.
honor. Yeah, buy honor. Yeah, brothers too. Yeah, when you get a lot of money, they kind of come out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere,
Wait.
yeah.
You
on.
get enough gold, you can hire a high enough level cleric.
I
Shit.
have a question.
For who?
Anyone. I've never played a game where gold was actually a thing.
Uh,
Don. So
Yeah, you want currency, man.
can someone put what Nami has into perspective for me?
How much
You got. We're being paid the value of your bet, pretty much.
Okay. But then again, I don't know what that relates to in other things.
You can buy a displacer beast.
You could
Yeah.
buy multiple displacer beasts. Almost 3 displacer beasts.
2,000 gold's a lot of money.
Yeah.
See, now if I add the 2,000 gold on top of what I have.
Let me put it this way: a aristocratic lifestyle.
Oh my God.
Is 4 gold.
Just so
a
people
day.
know. Just so people know what Nami's carrying around.
Yeah. Ideal's honestly not that far off.
So, going through the, it's worth noting that 2,000 gold is about enough, like 40,000 gallons of ale from quick math. So, it's a lot of money.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Like, it's 50 to 500 for uncommon items, I believe. For uncommon magic items.
An uncommon magic item for crafting is 200 gold.
Yeah.
To craft it.
Yeah, not just buy it.
So on average 500. So yes, it's a significant sum.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But anyhow, so you've persuaded your party. What would you like to do now?
Let's go tell him.
I gotta go talk to the tavern keeper.
Nami and I shall return to our companions, the other members of the group.
Okay, well, I want to see our employer.
Well, okay. Very well.
But undead. I imagine to a cleric.
Yeah,
mean,
I did confirm. Yeah, he did mention the undead.
Yep.
Union would definitely ask, like, Raleigh, you don't know me. You don't have to do this.
Nami just leans in, whispering, 2,000 gold.
And my brain died.
Was it 2,000 gold? And the cleric just like, but undead gold? What? What?
I had a thing, and then there was something else that came up, and they started fighting. I'm like, wait, what? No, now it's just all gone.
I know. Gold is such a beautiful thing.
Actually, not much of a material person. I have a mule.
You could make that mule so happy.
You could feed it whatever mules eat. What do mules eat?
Mule massages every day. create
There,
such a much better life for you and your mule.
there is no doubt that Orson is a blight upon this land, and to rid it of him is to be doing a good work.
Who knows, Orson may try to kill your mule one day.
Like, undead are bad,
Let me confirm something.
definitely.
Did you go with the Raven Queen as your religion?
Yes.
Yeah, this is right up her alley, literally against the undead.
Yeah, but he mentioned. Did he mention an army at all, or just hey, we're doing this thing?
Army of undead.
And an
Yeah,
army
so
of cutthroats and evil bad people.
yeah,
Yeah.
so Union would like I didn't because it's late, but Union would have like gone into all the details.
So yeah. Ideal as you step away from the conversation between the party and Riley. The innkeeper is in the middle of plating up. It sounds like leans out of the kitchen. Dinner will be out in just a moment.
I I need to talk to you about our contract, our agreement.
Come on in.
I will do so.
Step in. It's a okay kitchen. It's not great, but it's okay. And there you see he's in the middle of putting on the final touches. You can already smell the this roasting meat wafting through the air as he's working on some vegetables right now. You were saying?
So, unfortunately, my group and I will be leaving tomorrow. I will pay all that I owe, including anything that I may have brought in with my continued performances.
I appreciate you not just skipping out like other bards have done. I will reimburse you one night's stay. So I will be keeping five of your gold.
Okay, so I get 4 back?
When my hands on elbow deep in onions.
I meant out of character because I'm trying to math.
That would be what you will get. Yes,
Okay,
barring any interruptions.
yeah.
But he goes back to his work.
I'll go back to the party, and bright idea will come to me that I will talk to Rayleigh about later.
Okay. So you come back. They're still in the midst of their conversation, trying to see whether or not they could. I don't know why Union is trying to get rid of the cleric.
Union doesn't want anyone else to die for his redemption quest.
But
Ah.
bringing a displacer beast is completely fine. If they die from that, oh well.
Well, I mean, the displacer beast would probably be very helpful here.
Yeah.
Now, if it dies along the way of us succeeding, meh.
I will remember this. So will Enigma.
Enigma's not here to remember it.
Yes, he is.
Wait, what?
Enigma came with y'all.
How did
And no one
not notice?
Enigma is the new Zealous. He just randomly appears.
He's been there the whole. He traveled with y'all.
I did not realize he traveled with us to the inn in the city.
Yeah, I sort
Town.
of would have like lingered on the outskirts because Displacer Beast.
He don't give no fucks.
I say he went through a couple cities before this.
Fair.
But no,
Anyhow,
Huh.
yeah, no, he's over there curled up by one of the tables. Just there's a reason the tavern cat's hanging out by you, not by the nice cozy spot by the window.
alright. So if everyone has signed on, Union would go and along with whomever wants to join him, back to the butcher.
Okay.
'Cause
So leaving just about around noon. Uh, Harrison does come out, slide you your the gold, makes the adjustments to the ledger. Um, dinner be ready. Dinner will be ready about 6 bells in the evening.
I am not missing that dinner.
Yeah, I was gonna go, but
That's 6 hours.
oh, that's a long time. Jesus.
It's
Oh, Nami's
noon.
just gonna get back at that time. She heard the praise about the meat.
You can smell it. It is filling the inn.
Oh yeah, she's gonna come back before 6. She's gonna be in line.
But following the way to the butcher, around the back as the main door is still closed. It's not very inconspicuous as a party. As Ideal has pulled Riley aside for a conversation. The rest have entered the back of the building where you can see the butcher's main workshop, and then the door further across. You can hear still some more of that hushed conversation. As you lead your way forward, those following behind you, you step inside, and the only ones there are the currently named Limpy. I will have to go back through and figure out which notebook I put that in. As well as the larger figure who did not do much speaking, and as soon as you come to the door, stops talking altogether. Um, ah, I know you had baggage, but this is
They,
quite a travel load.
they, well, everyone has agreed, and these among my party wanted to meet the people paying the coin.
Hi, I'm Bella.
Pleasure. Why do you smell like burning?
She throws fireballs.
Because I make things burning.
We could use that. And you see he finally looks you up and down. Ancestria's side motions for you to get out of the way and let everyone into the room. The large figure turns and seems like he counts over under his hood, like physically pointing at each of you, and begins to pull bags out from a chest that is far too small to hold these bags, and tosses
Hmm.
one at each of your feet, except Union's. Revenge is your payment.
It is
Laughs at
not.
Union.
It is not revenge. It is redemption.
Boy, you call it what you want. I know what it is.
I like him.
Now, we'll be leaving tomorrow night. As soon as the sun drifts behind the clouds coming in. I do hope you're ready. Most of us will unfortunately be on foot, but we have a means of expediting lined up. Hope no one gets sick.
And the others, their payment will come when they arrive in person.
Looks, this not everyone.
No, they stayed behind at the inn to sort our affairs there.
They're just literally right outside the building.
Wait, I'm
Did,
confused.
did we all go?
You all went, yes.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
To my knowledge, you all went.
Okay.
I thought like Raleigh and Ideal and Jeff
Walk
would
and
stay
talk.
behind.
Walk and talk.
Yeah, that's fine.
But when they get in, they'll get their payment. I assure you.
Hearing the words of payment, I will enter.
Oh,
He's one of ours.
flamboyant. Well, I assure you, if he wasn't, he'd be dead already.
Flamboyant, but effective.
And ideal as he says that, you feel a soft press against your back. You sure? I could still make him dead. I'll do this one for free. I like his cloak.
Hey now. That costs them.
Hey, now.
You look over and you look and you have to actually look down over your shoulder and there's Marcella, the small, heavily tattooed woman. And you realize it's not even a dagger; it's just her finger pressing into your back.
I
Gotcha.
smile. I nod. I like you.
Nami is just laughing at this point. She's so happy right now.
And then the cleric of grim darkness steps in. Ah.
Grim darkness? It's just shabby clothes.
when you're dressed like that next to a bard, it's pretty grim.
A bard as flamboyantly dressed as me.
Pretty grim.
Yeah.
Anyhow, is this everyone?
Is Joe there?
Joe?
Not everyone, nope.
Yeah.
Okay, then.
Yeah.
Raleigh and you, Ideal, you are tossed a heavy bag of gold.
I will pick up said bag.
It is very heavy.
It goes in the backpack. I ain't even that tied to the belt.
And mine's going in my backpack too.
Alright. So as I was saying, and now I have to repeat myself, we'll be leaving tomorrow, as soon as the sun hits behind the clouds coming in from the south.
Alright.
We mean to travel at night and travel quickly as best we can on foot. But
I'm just gonna glance at
I'm sorry, little lady, is there a problem?
no, it's should be okay.
I feel as though I
Deception.
best warn you all, not warn, inform you that we are traveling with a displacer beast.
Yeah, I've seen your mangy cat.
Rude.
It gets in my way, I'll have a new pelt.
Union's eyebrows are like in his hairline.
I also like that one.
Look, I've been trying to track this motherfucker down for 3 months after finding out what he's been kicking up. Some deep ground, under dark, whatever the hell it's from, furball isn't gonna get in my way.
He will not get in your way.
Good.
Debatable.
Now, we gotta travel about half days on route. There, a couple of our associates are already working on a teleportation circle. All said and done, we shave off a good week's worth of travel, and we catch this fucker unawares. We get in, we find out whatever artifact is stirring up the fallen, destroy it with whatever means we have at our availability, fireball notwithstanding. Though I'm partial to that particular tactic. He taps his leg. Now, if you are deciding to try and take your money and run, do understand those necklaces. He's staring daggers at you, Ideal. They ain't as effective as you might hope. I will find you.
I've already noticed that. As I look straight at Union. For no reason.
Any extra baggage on the way will be dealt with as it comes. You adventuring types always do have hanging-ons, so to speak.
Not my fault.
I'm just saying, a mercenary is a straightforward person. You pay us to kill, we kill. Pay us to defend a spot, we defend a spot. We don't bring friends and family into it when we do. It's a job. Maybe more of you adventurers treated it like such, things wouldn't go awry so often. Too much emotion in it. Ain't that right, Union? Emotion.
Nami's just giggling in the background.
Now,
You fight for your reasons, and I fight for mine.
oh, I do. My reasons are just more profitable. Now,
Mine more just.
go ahead and tell yourself that. I presume the inn that you left, you've required stay for the evening. By all means, do get a good night's rest. Some of you look like you can use it more than others. He's now looking quizzically at Joe.
Who's literally glowing.
Way to ruin my dark and moody ambiance there, sir. Any other preparations you need to make do? Go ahead, make do. Probably want to say with the way it's rolling in, be out of here by third bell in the afternoon.
Alright.
Very well.
Now, if there's anything else, it's a little cramped room. I need to get my beauty sleep too.
Indeed. We shall return to our inn and be off tomorrow. I assume we'd go back to the inn.
So you can make it back to the inn. If there's
Well,
nothing else you would like to do in the town, what you got, Ideal?
well, I was talking to Rally here, guys, and perhaps he could make sure that Zealous gets a peaceful rest.
That would be appropriate.
We would get back in time, but
Wouldn't it be dark and we'd miss dinner?
and plus it would also extend our window of time in which we might be able to resurrect him if we got the ability to do so.
Nami, you can stay and enjoy dinner.
Yes.
I will point out, no safety cut though.
Oh, that's true.
But you have your necklace.
Oh no, that dude just freaked her out. But then again, that smelled really good.
There is actually already quite a few people coming out of the fields and heading towards the inn.
Nope. Getting in line.
Alright, so let's head that away, I guess.
Good luck. Have fun.
And hope nothing bad happens to us along the way.
Okay. So who is all intent, as we are going to actually use this as a time of fade to black, as the Nami slips into the inn to join those ravenous workers. Who is going to make the trip back towards Zealous' burial site?
Of course I will, because I brought it up. That would just be rude.
You know, it'd really be rude though. Me not going.
And I'll be like,
Hold up now.
that would be us turning around and going back to the inn. We tried.
Bella will go.
Okay. So
Sure.
okay. So that is where we will pick up next session.
All right.